Hello everyone. In the earlier class we have seen Fourier series and then we saw the introduction of Fourier series and its various forms. So in the first form we have saw the Fourier series of exponential form, exponential form. Then second form we saw is sine cosine form, and the third form we saw is your phase magnitude, or you can say phase amplitude form. So these three forms and its equations we have saw. Okay, so now in this class we will see how to find the exponential form, or you can say sine cosine form, or phase amplitude form Fourier series coefficient. So we will see one by one. The first we will see computing Fourier series coefficient for exponential form. So first we will see exponential form. So to find out the Fourier series coefficient of exponential form. Exponential form. Okay, so as you know that we have that equation in the last class we have seen that is Ck is equals to 1 by t, okay, 1 by t, then we integrate it over a time period t, okay, we can start with from t0 the integration to t0 plus t, okay, so this is integration over any complete period t, okay, so this is complete t period, from it will start from t0 to t0 plus t, that means it's for example, in some books you find that t0 is equals to 0, so this becomes integration over 0 to t, capital T, that means again it is integrates over any complete period, okay, so Ck is nothing but 1 by t, integration from t0 to t0 plus t x of t into e to the power minus j k omega 0 t, e to the power minus j k omega 0 t into dt. This is the important equation, okay, so you don't need to find, don't need to see it's how it come, okay, so just see that Ck, this integration can be taken from, in some books you can find that this t0 is equals to 0, okay, so this Ck becomes 1 by t, integration from 0 to capital T x of t e to the power minus j k omega 0 t into dt. So in this integration over dt. Fine. Okay. So what is t0? Now we'll take one by one. What is capital T? The capital T is nothing but the fundamental period. Fundamental period. Capital T is nothing but a fundamental period of what? Of x of t. Fundamental period of your input signal x of t, which is in seconds. Which is in seconds. Fine. Now next one is small t0. Small t0 is there. So what is small t0? Small t0 is any time point. Any time point. As I told you that this integration is over the any complete period. Complete period means complete t. Okay. So if it starts from t0, so it should comes with a t0 plus t. If it starts with 1, then 1 plus t should be there. So t0 can be any time point. So it should complete its, it should integrate over any complete period. Okay. Then t0 we have written. Okay. Then now next one is, the next term is your omega 0. Omega 0 is nothing but the fundamental frequency, fundamental fundamental frequency, okay, frequency of what? Fundamental frequency of x of t, fundamental frequency of x of t, and and the unit of this w0 is nothing but radian per second. It measures in radian per second. So what is w0? If it sees the equation, okay, so you know that equation t is equals to 2 pi by omega 0. This implies omega 0 is equals to 2 pi by capital t. Now what is the remaining term? Remaining term is your k. So what is k? So k belongs to, you can say, integer number. This belongs to integer number. Any integer number. Any integer number. It can be from -3, -2, -1, comma 0, comma +1, +2, +3, and dash dash dash, so on. Fine. Now you can see that what is this? This ck, the term represents this k thing. Okay. So when you put k is equals to 1, you will get c1. When k is equals to 2, you will get c2. When you put k is equals to 0, okay, so it has some different equation. When you put k is equals to 0, so this term becomes 1. This term becomes 1. So we have to find c0 as separately here. So I will find c0. So I will put k is equals to 0 here. Okay, in this equation. So I will get c0, and what is c0? 1 by t integration over t0 to t0 plus t, small t0 to t0 plus t, x of t into, this term becomes 1, this term e to the power 0 is equals to 1, so into dt. So this is your c0 term. Okay, and what is this c0? C0 is nothing but a dc value, or you can say a dc offset, dc value or dc offset, which is nothing but the time average, over a period. Okay, I will write it here to understand. This is nothing but the time average over the period, over the period. Fine. Time average over the period. I will take one example. There you will understand what is this DC offset, or you can say time average over the period. Okay. So remember here. So this is the Fourier series coefficient of exponential form. So CK we have identified for k is equals to any value. Okay, from minus any integer value. Okay. So you can find out values of C0, C1, C2, C3, or C minus 1, C minus 2, C minus 3, and so on. Okay. So what is C0? When we put k is equals to 0 in this equation, we will get C0, which is nothing but the DC offset value or DC value, which is nothing but the time average over the one period. Now, in the next time, we will see how to compute Fourier series coefficient of sine cosine form. Fourier series coefficient of sine cosine form. So you can write it down. Fine. So in the previous video, I have shown this total forms, three forms. Okay. So one is your sine and cosine form. I will write down the equations for that. So a0 is equals to 1 by t. A0 is equals to 1 by 2 integration from t0 to t0 plus t x of t into dt. This is nothing but your a0, and this is your dc offset value. This is also dc offset, or you can say time, which is nothing but dc offset is nothing but the time average over one period. Time average over one period. Time average over one period. What is that meaning? This meaning is nothing but if we have this rectangular pulse, okay, and which is, let us say, which is, okay, this is my x of t, Okay, and this is 1 2, and this amplitude is 1. Okay, so what is this meaning? When our x of t is periodic for period 2, for period t is equals to 2. Okay, so this time average over one period, this value becomes, you can say, when you calculate it exactly for this particular time period, it will comes like half value. So whatever the portion above this curve is equals to the portion below this curve, or you can say it's a time average over one period. Okay, so this is what the concept. Okay, so a0 we have this equation, then we have ak. We have ak is nothing but 2 by t integration from t0 to t0 plus capital T x of t cos of k omega 0 t, x of t cos of k times omega 0 t dt. This is your ak. Now next term is your bk, or the second coefficient is your bk, which is equals to 2 by t integration from small t0 to t0 plus capital T. Fine, x of t into sine of k times omega 0 t into dt. So this is the Fourier series coefficient for sine and cosine form. Okay, see again, I will repeat this. You have to take integration over a complete time period. That is, here time period is t. Okay, so now again I will tell you what is t. So t is nothing but the fundamental period, fundamental period. Okay, which is measured in the seconds. And then we have a w0, which is nothing but the fundamental frequency of what? X of t. Obviously this period is also of x of t. Okay, and which is measured in radian per second. Then we have another term, that is t0. I will write it in any time point. Okay, fine. And then any other term is remaining. Okay, so k is remaining. K is belongs to any integer value. K is belongs to any integer value, or you can say all integers. Okay, instead of any integer value, I can write it as all integers. Okay, all integers. As because our integers, our k goes from, we can say, from minus infinity to -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and so on. So all integers values this k belongs to. Okay, so this is what the Fourier series coefficient or sine and cosine form. Now next we will have another third form, that is computing, or you can say Fourier series coefficient of phase and amplitude form. Phase amplitude form. So we have seen all the three forms. Okay, and we have seen the convergence of all these three forms also. Okay, so how this your sine and cosine form is converted to your phase magnitude form, and how the phase magnitude form is converted to your exponential form. Okay, so from that you can convert from any form into any other form using some simple equations. So I will write down the equations how to convert your exponential form to your phase amplitude form, and from your sine cosine form to your phase amplitude form. So first I will write the equation for sine cosine form. How do we convert sine cosine form to the phase amplitude form? So I will write the equation first. So a0 is in terms of phase amplitude form, which is equals to small a0, which is in the your sine cosine form. And then here we have a capital AK, a subset of k, which is nothing but the small ak square plus bk square. Okay, so these two terms related to your sine cosine form, and basically based on sine cosine form you can convert that to the phase amplitude form. Okay, and then you have a theta k, which is nothing but tan inverse of minus b by a. Okay, so you know what is this b, what is this by b, not b, it's a b subset of k, b sub k of a k. Okay, so theta k is nothing but the tan inverse of minus b k by divided by a k. Okay, so this is nothing but the conversion of phase amplitude form from your sine cosine form. Okay, now I will write the equation for a0, then ak, and then theta k. Okay, and another form I am having, that is exponential form. So a0 is nothing but my c0. Okay, and then ak is equals to 2 times the magnitude of ck, 2 times the modulus of ck, and when theta k is less than or equals to ck. Okay, and when we use this term k, so here our k goes to 1, 2 and 3 and so on, 1, 2 and 3. So from these three forms you can understand that you can convert any form into any other form using these equations. Okay, and I use only I tend to use the ck, and then I will convert this ck in terms of, that means exponential form, and then from exponential form I will convert it to the other two forms. Okay, fine. So now let us take an example for this particular computation. I am removing this. Now if we have a rectangular pulse, okay, if we have a rectangular pulse, and then we have to calculate the coefficient. Okay, we have to calculate the coefficient. Then I will tell you, this is an example uh, Fourier series, and then example. Okay, so we have to find out Fourier series of a rectangular pulse train. So this is the rectangular pulse train which is given. Okay, so this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 0, 1, 0, and this goes on. I will make sure that its amplitude is very similar. Okay, fine. This, and then for the left side, you see, it will be the same. It's somewhat inclined. Okay, so this is 0, this is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and this goes towards this side. This axis is your t, and this is your x of t. This is your x of t. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay, so this is x of t has been given, or you can say a rectangular pulse has been given, and you have to find out the Fourier coefficient. So as I told you that I will use, I will compute the exponential terms. Okay, exponential coefficient, that is ck. So I will write that ck is equals to, so what is the formula? Ck is nothing but 1 by capital T integration over a complete period, that is t0 to integration from t0 to t0 plus t x of t into e to the power minus j k omega 0 t into dt. Fine. Now you can see that from this particular sequence. Okay, so this this x of t is periodic. This x of t is periodic for this particular time period. X of t is periodic for period t is equals to 2. X of t is periodic for period t is equals to 2. So from 0 to 2, whatever is there, that is repeated for left side as well as for right side. So it's this waveform is periodic for t is equals to capital 2. Now, if I know the t, can I calculate W0? Can I calculate W0? We know that W0 is nothing but 2 pi by t, but t is equals to 2, so 2 pi by 2, which is equals to pi, and the unit is radian per second, and the unit is radian per second. So I have calculated W0, or you can say I have calculated the fundamental frequency, and which is nothing but the pi radian per second. So this pi radian per second is, you can say, a very small. Okay. Uh, so let us go to this point. Okay. So Ck I have to calculate. So I know what is t. So I will write down the t, that is 1 by 2 now. Okay, as t is equals to 2, 1 by 2. And when I see the integration, this integration from 0 to 2. Okay, 0 to, what is my complete period? 0 to 2. So before starting to t0, I will assume t0 is equals to 0. If I assume t0 is equals to 0, so Ck becomes 1 by 2 integration from 0 to 2, and then x of t. Then the x of t, I will write it as it is, x of t into e to the power minus j omega 0 k t and dt. Fine. Now see this. Now see this. I am having x of t, which is periodic for period t is equals to 2, but it has two, you can say, samples, or you can say intervals. For 0 to 1, x of t is 1. For 0 to 1, x of t is equals to 1, and for 1 to 2, x of t is equals to 0. Okay, so I will write the integration again. So 1 by 2, so this is nothing but the ck 1 by 2 integration for 0 to 1. Okay, I will write x of t into e to the power minus j omega 0 t omega 0 kt, okay, into dt plus integration from 1 to 2 x of t e to the power minus j k omega 0 t into dt, bracket complete. But this term becomes 1, and what about this term? For integration 1 to 2, this becomes 0. This becomes 0. So what is the final term? So integration over this 0 is nothing but this complete term will cancel, and all terms will be 0. So what is ck now? Ck is nothing but 1 by 2 integration from 0 to 1. Okay, this I will write it as 1. Okay, 0 to 1, and then in e to the power minus j k omega 0 t into dt. Fine. So this is what my final ck. Now you have to integrate this over the period, integration over 0 to 1. Okay, so I will remove this upper part. Now we have this ck is equals to 1 by 2, 1 upon minus jk omega 0. Okay, and into e to the power, this is exponential term as it is, over integration of 0 to 1. Okay, so we have, now we have to put t is equals to upper limit and lower limit in this expression. So this becomes a constant term. Okay, so it is, I will write it as, and also this w0, as w0 is equals to pi, so I will write it as 1 upon 2 as it is, and then 1 upon minus j k pi into e to the power minus j k pi. I will put t is equals to 1 here, minus e to the power minus j k 0. Okay, so e to the power minus j k 0, its term is equals to 1. Right? This term is equals to 1. Now we come across this particular term. We have this exponential term, or you can say this, we have a complex number, e to the power any complex number. So it has a magnitude as well as it has a phase. So when we talked about the angle, okay, when we talked about the angle of this particular term, it has angle when k is, it's the integral multiple of k. So it can be a k pi, so it is integral multiple of k is nothing but the integer. Okay, k is equals to even, that is 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi. Okay, so it's when you plot this amplitude, it will goes to for this even number. Okay, on this real axis. Okay, and when we plot this k pi term, or you can say on the imaginary on the odd number of k, okay, that means 1 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, it will be on this side. Fine. And when we talked about the magnitude of this term, when we talked about the magnitude of this term, total term, so its magnitude can be a plus 1 or its magnitude can be a minus 1. Okay, so when it will be plus 1, when k is even, when k is even, and it is equals to minus 1 when k is here odd, when k is odd. Now if you look at this theory, okay, so this we have value for k is equals to even number of k's, then we have one value as magnitude, and for odd k we have minus 1. So this particular term becomes 1 by 2, I am writing as it is, and then 1 upon minus j k pi. Okay, this is term as it is. Okay, when k is equals to 1, when k is equals to 1, this, when k is equals to even number, sorry, when k is even, its amplitude is 1, so 1 minus 1, this becomes 0, so 1 minus 1, this becomes 0, 1 minus 1, this becomes 0, and when we multiply it, so I will write it as ck is equals to 0 for even k, for even k. Fine. And what about its odd part? So when k is equals to odd, when k is equals to odd, its amplitude or its magnitude is minus 1. Okay, so minus 1, minus 1. So this is minus 1, then minus 1 becomes minus 2. So minus 2 multiplied by this. So this 2 get cancelled here. Okay, so minus 2, 2 get cancelled, and this minus minus also get cancelled. So minus 1. Okay, so what is remaining? What is remaining when with this j goes to upside? So it becomes minus j. Okay, and then divided by k pi, and with this term. Right? For odd k, for odd k. Also, I told you about this is in terms of ck, and this is not valid. K is not valid when k is equals to 0. So we have that time we have an equation. So I will find out what is the c0 now. So c0, that is k is equals to 0. Okay. So c0 we have found out ck. So this is my ck. Okay, and this ck is only true for even k and odd k, and not for 0, for not for k is not equal to 0. So what is at k is equals to 0? So we have c0 is nothing but 1 by 2 integration from 0 to t, or you can say 0 to 1, 0 to 1. What is it? X of t, x of t is equals to 1, and then it is e to the power minus j 0. Okay, j 0, and then pi t. So this value which becomes 1, this is delta t. Okay, this value becomes 1 by 2 integration of t from limit 0 to 1, which is equals to 1 by 2. When you put the values, you will get plus 1 by 2. Okay, put upper limit and lower limit here. So 1 by 2 minus 0, this is equals to positive 1 by 2. So this is your C0. So you got the value of C0. Okay, we got the value of CK. Okay, and then this is nothing but a Fourier series coefficient for this for the rectangular pulse. What is this C0? C0 is nothing but a DC offset, DC offset, or you can say DC value, and this is the coefficient. So I think we will stop it here. That's all for today's class. We will see a spectrum of Fourier series in the next class. Thank you.